going on, guys? It's week 11, back in business, Fantasy Football League, and guess what? We are officially talking playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs.
Playoffs?
I said playoffs, man. We're talking playoffs because somebody has already solidified themselves a spot there. We got a lot of things to talk about, so let's get going. That's right, guys, we got our first team to clinch a spot in the playoffs, and it's Ross Fidelli, Mr. America's Most Wanted. Right now, he's got the number 1 seed, sitting on a pretty record of 9-1, and with that, he has officially solidified himself a spot in that top 6. He will be in the playoffs. But hey, Ross, look, you can talk to me, you can talk to Cam from 2 years ago, and we'll both let you know, regular season records don't mean squat when you get to the playoffs. Here it is, guys. This is your matchup of the week, and I am going with Steve versus Adam because I honestly think that the winner of this one might end up in that number 6 spot and end up going to the playoffs with the other one just on the outside looking in. And the other big reason I'm going with this matchup, both these guys have first-round running backs sitting on the bench. C.J. Spiller was supposed to run the ball till he threw up, and Ray Rice is supposed to be a guy that you can rely on, especially in a PPR league, and neither of these guys have been living up to the hype. But at the end of the day, both these teams, both Steve and Adam, have been making moves to try and work around the fact that these guys that are supposed to be all-stars are just not living up to their bargain. So, at the end of the day, I'm thinking this head-to-head matchup is going to determine who ends up in that number 6 spot in the playoffs. Well, guys, believe it or not, I have actually run into a problem that I'm going to need your help on. Look, last week, Cam sent me a message, said apparently he doesn't really like the photo that I chose to represent him here in the Fantasy Football League. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. But anyways, he doesn't like it. So I told him, look, if you want a different picture, feel free to send me one. Well, he sent me a few. Sent me some nice selfies that he used a cell phone to take pictures of. And anyways, I'm going to show them off to you guys. And what I'd like you to do is we'll all vote as far as to which picture we think should represent Cam for the rest of the year. Up first.
Look, this is my serious face.
That's right, it's Cam's serious face. He's very mean and gruff right here. He's looking pretty serious, ready to get down to business, ready to do some fantasy football playing, and maybe even make the playoffs, except not even close because you're pretty much dead last and got no chance whatsoever, so maybe that's why I'm all mad. I don't know. That's Cam in his serious face. Up next, well, he sent me this one with the hashtag regular Cam Super Saiyan Cam, apparently. When you spike your hair, you're a Super Saiyan. Well, look, Cam, okay, I'm just as big a nerd as anybody else, and I know, first of all, spiking your hair doesn't make you a Super Saiyan. You got to turn that stuff blonde if you want that to happen. So, therefore, this one, it's just not right. Doesn't really make any sense. But, hey, at the end of the day, if you're going to take care, spike your hair, right?
You know it.
Next up, Cam decided to take himself some pictures with some shoes. I don't know why he's taking pictures of himself with shoes. I don't know if he's got a foot fetish or something. Maybe he's got a little Rex Ryan in him. I don't know. I didn't think he was a Jets fan. I thought he was a Patriots fan. But I don't know. Kid likes feet. I don't know. Maybe he likes smelling shoes. It's a weird thing, but hey, you know, to each their own, right? And finally, we have this little beauty.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, that's right. It's Cam's oh hey face. It's the happy, here I am, happy, 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 whatever. I don't know what's going on here. Either way, he's looking very joyous. I don't know why he's so happy. The kid's practically in last place. He can't buy a win. He's really got no chance of making the playoffs. But either way, hey, I guess whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do. So anyways, look, those are the 4 options that he sent me. You can also vote for the one that I originally picked, and we can just keep it the way that it is, and the heck with them. But either way, look, vote early, vote often, and whichever one gets the most votes, Cam, that's what I'll use for you from here on out.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Well, guys, for your underdog pick of the week this week, I'm taking Irving over Ross. Look, I know I've been picking on Ross a lot this year with these underdog picks, but really, I don't see how he can care because every time I do, he ends up winning anyways, to the point where he's now already got himself a spot in the playoffs. So if I keep picking on him, I guess really what's the big deal? But at the end of the day, look, Irving has Drew Brees. Drew Brees put up a crap ton of points against me last week. Very well could do it again this week. He can do it any week that he so chooses because he's Drew freaking Brees. Plus, Ross right now has Andre Ellington in his flex position, and how much can you really trust an Arizona running back? Look, I honestly think that neither one of these lineups are 100% set in stone. I'm thinking these guys might make a couple of moves. Irving still has Roddy White, Vernon Davis on his bench. Who knows if those guys are healthy, whether or not they're going to play. Ross has got Anquan Bolden, Eddie Lacy kind of sitting on his bench. Who knows? Maybe those guys, what's going to happen there. But I know what Ross does have right now, and that is his kicker, who is projected at 6.66 points, which is just not a good sign.
666. Pick up sticks.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for me, and that's going to do it for this week's Commissioner's Note. Look, don't forget to vote on Cam's brand new picture. Hopefully, we can get a good one. And hey, if you want to switch it up a little bit, maybe write in your own vote, and you don't like one of the ones that I put up, by all means, go right ahead. Heck, if David Ortiz can be one of the most popular write-in votes for mayor of Boston, then why can't we write in a vote for Cam's picture? And whatever we end up sticking him with, hey, that's what he gets. That's what you get for complaining about the commissioner's decisions. On top of that, don't forget, the trade deadline is coming up this week, so any moves you plan on making, you better hurry up and make them soon. Until then, I will see you next week where hopefully I can get back to doing a little dancing.